Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to start building a deer fence around my garden. I'm going to take a couple of days. I'm not going to build it all in one day, even though I have all the materials. I went to a store called Runnings. It's up here in upstate New York and Gloversville, New York, by the way. And yeah, I've never seen that store before. I just stumbled on it, and it's like a Tractor Supply on steroids. The place is huge, and it had everything that I needed to start building my fence. I'm gonna build it at 7 feet high. So I purchased 8 feet T-post and a 7 foot high fence. And the fence was I bought 2 rows, 7 by 100 feet. That came to $198, and the T-post, 14 of them. I only needed 12, but I always buy a little extra just in case. 14 of them came to about 120 bucks with the tax. So I'm gonna put the price up on the screen, that way you know. Oh yeah, the equipment, mucho dinero. Notice I haven't planted anything yet, and the reason is because, well, today is Tuesday, May the 16th, and it's gonna be cold tomorrow and the day after. Temperatures are gonna go down to 31 degrees tomorrow night and the day after. That's quite cold. And most of the plants that I have cannot be planted in such cold weather. I'm looking for temperatures to be around 50 at night before I bring them out. If I were to plant anything today, or even yesterday, by tomorrow or the day after, it will be dead. What's a couple more days? So I think Friday's gonna be ideal. Friday night, the temperatures are low temperatures anyway. The lowest is gonna be around 48, 49, but I'm gonna keep an eye out a week ahead of time just to make sure. All right, let me show you what I bought. Now today I'm not gonna install the entire fence. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the 4 corners, install the 4 corners, and then put a string in between them. I have a space of about 30 by 30. It's gonna be a square. So each side's gonna be roughly 30 feet. So I'm gonna install a T-post every 10 feet apart. And I'm gonna do it with that little doohickey thingy, which I forget how to call. What do they call that stuff? All right, let me go get it. All right, they call this a standard post pounder. Yeah, like a quarter pounder. So this is an 18.5 pound pounder. Yeah, it's kind of fun when you go like this. So I got 2 rolls of deer net. This one, like I said, each is 7 feet by 100 feet. 14 of these things. So I'm gonna pound my first T-post into the ground, this one. Now, it would be ideal if you had a second person, but it's okay if you don't. Just check to make sure that the post is somewhat level. After you pound it a couple of times, check for level, and then just keep going. One person can do all this by themselves. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be good enough for government work. All right, so I'm gonna do the next 3 and then just tie a string between all of them so I can continue installing all the others. Guys, I had a hard time putting the last post. My intention was to build the square fence. However, right here underneath, there's a big boulder, and I just couldn't drive the T-post down. Let me show you. I made about 10 holes all over this place. So This is gonna be off a little bit, but that's okay. It's not gonna be a perfect square, but it doesn't matter because here I do not intend to build any more beds. I may put bags, kind of like what I have over here. I may put a whole bunch of them around here. And yeah, even from the air, it may look funny if it's not a perfect square, but no one cares. I'm not gonna cry about it. Yeah, guys, I live in the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains. It's very rocky up here, so hence the reason for my raised beds. One of them anyway. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give the chickens their, their scratch grains. They expect it every afternoon before they go to bed. And I know that they ran out of feed, so I'm about to give them more feed. This is the new feeder that I bought a couple of days ago. I like to have 2 of everything. So what I'll do is I'll switch them over. That way I don't have to go all the way out there and grab the old one, bring it back and fill it up. I have 2 feeders, 2 waterers. Saves me time. And this is their scratch grains. They love this stuff. They live for it. All right, here's the welcoming committee. They know I'm bringing something. They always wait for me right here at the gate. And some of these are the parents of my baby chicks. Oh yeah, let me show you that in just a second. So here are my chicken nuggets once again. Today is Thursday, 4 and 5 days after birth, and they're all doing well. Even the one with the sprayed legs is doing just a little bit better. And this is a father of the 5 bigger ones, the mixed breed. Yes, Jefe, you are the father. And they follow me everywhere. All right, so that's the other feeder. It's almost done. I mean, they still have a little bit left, but I'm just gonna switch it out for this one. All right, hold it down. Oh wait, do they have any eggs? Oh, I picked about 5 this morning, maybe 6, and I see 4 more. Again, the blue ones are fake ceramic, but all the others are real. All right, guys. Whoa, whoa, I felt that. She got a little anxious. So welcome back. It's the next day. It's a little chilly. It's about 42 degrees today. And now I'm gonna go ahead and put all the other posts. And it should take me maybe 20 minutes to do them all. Oh, and by the way, they're all gonna be 10 feet apart. And as you can see, it's right up against the line. Makes it easy. All right, guys, so this is what the line will do for you. It will help you align all the posts with each other. You see that? And if you look this way, pretty much the same thing. You see? Now I'm about to install the last two. So guys, this post I had to move about 10 times. I have a boulder right underneath and I kept hitting rock all the time. It's the same with this one. See, this one's not aligned with the other two. And that's because I did about another 20 holes. You see this? Hole there, there, all over the place. There's a boulder under all of this. And as you know, I live in the foothills of the Adirondack Mountains, so that's the reason why. Too many rocks. But the post doesn't care where I put it, and the plants don't care either. As long as the deer don't get in, we're good. And I'm done with this pounder. And let me tell you, after pounding like, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 times with it today, my arms got tired. And I'm tireless, but not today. But anyway, it's lunchtime. My wife is making me a smoothie, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this away and go eat lunch. All right, guys, so it's the next day, and today we're gonna install the fence. Now, last night the temperatures went down to 31 degrees. Yeah, one more time. And that should be the last of it. From today on forward, the temperatures will go up at night. Now, had I planted anything last week, some of my plants would have died, or at the very least, their growth would have been stunted. Now, today is Thursday, May 18th. And yeah, I'm planting kind of late. Tomorrow, I'm gonna start planting everything that I have in my garage, my shed, my basement. And then on Saturday, I'm gonna go and get more vegetable plants at the local nursery. So let's begin. Oh, and one more thing. I bought 200 cable ties. That's how I'm gonna tie the fence to the T-post. Now 200's a lot. I may only use about 100, but it's always good to have extra cable ties in the property. And I also bought these landscape pins. The landscape pins I'm gonna use to hold the bottom of the fence to the ground to prevent rabbits and groundhogs from going in. Will they work? Not 100% sure, but I'm gonna try anyway. Yeah, but these things, yeah, they're pretty cool. So this roll of fencing is 100 foot long, and I'm gonna start unrolling it. I was trying to figure out how to do this by myself. And like I said a minute ago, this is a 100 foot roll. So what you do is you go to one corner and you clamp one end of your fence, and then you slowly unroll it all the way around. I'm taking my time, I'm in no rush. And here we are at the end. So now all I have to do is cut it with a pair of scissors, and then I'll do this little part at the end. And this is where my gate's gonna be, that section there. Snip, snip. So I'm gonna take these clamps away. And by the way, I highly recommend these things. They come in very useful in a homestead. So I'm gonna kind of like unfold the fence. And I'm just gonna zip tie it to the very top. And I'm gonna use maybe 6 zip ties per T-post. Oh, and by the way, I've seen this fence folded in its packaging, and in other stores. I've seen it actually 7 feet tall, so, but it's the same type of fence. On my first pull, I'm trying to get it as straight as I can. So guys, how do you put a zip tie around it if you're alone? It's very hard to put your finger in through the fence and bring the other end of the zip tie over to you. So what I'm using is the spring hook. Like that. And then I tie the zip tie. So that's one more tip for today. So guys, most of the fence is done. Let's go around. I just have that one section in the back to do where the gate's gonna be. Right there. Alright guys, the fence is almost complete. I just have to put a pole on the side of this gate that I'm going to build here in a second. So my gate's going to be from that pole to that pole. Originally I was going to do it here, but then I noticed that space there, I may not be able to fit a lawnmower through. However, here in the middle, I definitely can, and I changed the gate to this area. So I need a 7-foot piece of wood to create the gate, and I have some scrap wood right there, and that's what I'm going to use. So guys, here's a piece of wood. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch it out, make sure it's nice and stretched, and I'm going to staple it. I'm going to staple it just to hold it in place. I also drilled 5 holes into the wood, because once I roll it up and place it where I want to at the gate, then I'm going to go ahead and put these 5 zip ties in as well, just to hold this fence material in place. Let me show you. Okay, I want this piece of wood to come up to here, to the T-post. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, roll up the fence inside the piece of wood, and that's about right. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the zip ties in through those holes. This way it doesn't come off, ever. And guys, check this out. I put this large zip tie up on top, And all I have to do is put it right there, right over the pole. See? And it won't go anywhere. Yeah. Very happy about it. All right, guys, the last step is I'm gonna be putting these landscape pins at the bottom of the fence about every 5 feet. One every 5 feet apart, and I'm hoping that it keeps out rabbits and groundhogs. You can use more if you want to. It could be 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. It's up to you. All right, guys, so I am done with this fence. I just completed the last step, and I hope you learned something, and I certainly did. The fence is Picasso. So tomorrow I'm gonna start planting. Temperature's gonna be roll up into the 50s and 60s. And yeah, I'm ready. I've been waiting for this for many months. So yeah, it's looking good. Hopefully I don't have to worry about rabbits and groundhog. Definitely not deer. Deer are not gonna jump this. I do have a family of deer. I saw about 6 deer here about a month and a half ago. As a matter of fact, it was right back here, and they were headed that way towards the neighbor's property. What's up, chickadees? Chickens are taking a break. They're building a lot of holes all over the place, but yeah, that's what chickens do, right? All right, guys, before I close, let's check on the little monsters. Oh, they're all doing fine, all 8 of them. Beautiful little things. Now, I've been putting paper towels in here because I don't want to use pine shavings yet, which I have. However, one of my chicks, that little gray one, the silky, has somewhat splayed legs. So I want him to walk on this so he or she gets better footing. If I were to use pine shavings, the chick will be slipping and sliding all over the place. Hopefully within the next 4 or 5 days that those splayed legs will be fixed and the chick will be fine. And then I can switch over to pine shavings. Check this out, guys. It's 8 p.m. and they still want to fight. They go around this fence all day long because they were born to fight, I guess. All the hens are already inside their coop and these two are outside looking for a fight. And El Guapo got out this morning and he did hurt El Jefe a little bit. Unbelievable. This is all day. So El Guapo got out at least twice in the last month, and thank God I caught it, because if not, one of them will be dead by now. So if you're thinking about getting 2 roosters or more, think about it many times before you do. I know I've heard of some people that have multiple roosters and they get along just fine, but these are golden laced Wyandottes, and once they hit the year mark, they just want to hurt each other all day long. You see that? I'm not making this up. Look at it. This is all day. And they should both be in bed. It's been a long day. So with that, guys, you have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. We'll see you mañana. Bye.